1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We're a little delayed today because today was day one of Live Wires for the Win Season 4. So if you guys don't know about that show, we have our own channel. It's called Live Wires for the Win, and it's a wire art and jewelry making competition, elimination series, reality TV that is been running for 4 years. So it's pretty awesome to imagine that. Hi, Amber. How are you? So yes, we just had episode 1. If you subscribe to that channel, you'll have the chance to vote for your favorites every week. And it's really exciting. Wire artists make wire art and jewelry based on a theme. We have judges that assess the work. We have viewers that vote and leave their feedback. So it's super, super exciting. And yeah, I'm really happy to do it every year. And you can have a chance to participate the next time in season 5 as well, which will be in the winter of 2026. So we're jumping ahead there, but we decided we're going to run it in the winter. So we'll skip, skip to next 2026. And anyway, blah, blah, blah about that. So we're going to put a hold on our dog breeds, and we are going to work on Halloween designs today. So let's flip the screen without any further ado. We are going to flip the screen, and as always, you guys can come and go as you wish. Look, I haven't drawn anything yet, so we're going to start fresh. I dug this out of my stuff. It's a spider, so maybe we'll do spider. We're gonna see what we're gonna do. I'm gonna pull you guys up on the channel. Let me just refresh the page and pull that up. Make sure my sound is off. And there we go. Yay for Halloween. So if you guys have to come and go anytime, it's no problem at all. You too, Amber, if you have to go or come and go, that's totally fine. I just have been so busy with Live Wires for the Win that I haven't really had a chance to do much preparation for this. So I thought I'm going to do some drawings and then we'll go from there. And the one thing I wanted to do was maybe some boots, like some witch's boots. So I thought that would be a fun idea too. So let me go ahead and try to work on some ideas for that. Let's move the spider. This is like a spider pin. I do have a lot of Halloween designs on my channel. So I definitely have a playlist that you guys can look at and see. But what I thought would be really fun would be to do like a witch's foot or something, because I'm trying to do things I haven't already done, because you guys know I've done a lot of designs, and there's only so much you could do, although there's always something new that you can do. So I've done the witch's hat before, which was really fun. So I thought it could be fun to do like a shoe. Almost looks like a little, kind of like an elf shoe, but it's not quite. And then this kind of like comes around like that. And then we want the shoe to kind of open up a bit like that. We want to make it as whimsical as possible too. So we're going to bring that one around and down. I guess it's a shoe or a boot. Maybe, I'm not quite sure if it's a shoe or a boot, but maybe I haven't gone the right height with that. We don't want it too high either, but a little bit exaggerated is cool. We could go around here, and then maybe I'll just have to erase that a little bit. Okay, we're gonna go like that. And you guys are hopping on. I'm getting distracted. Hi, Peggy. Hi, Corey. And if you guys don't already know, Peggy is participating again in Live Wires for the Win, which is super awesome. I'm very happy for that. Your work is always so beautiful, Peggy. That locket was really, really gorgeous. A lot of work. Yeah, that's for sure. And you guys can see previous episodes on the channel, and also there's some photos of work in the Live Wires for the Win Facebook page. So it's really, really exciting. I'm hoping one day that Netflix will pick it up and will be huge. But until that happens, we're just gonna do it on a small scale and go from there. So now let's just see what we could do to make these a little bit more fancy. We could just bring that one around and maybe do some lines on here and just bring it around there. So there, but then we do want stripes. Okay, stripes for the, so can you guys see that okay? I think you can see that okay. I could trace it also with I could trace it with, what do you call it? I have to think straight. Sharpie. Okay, and so let's see what other, I've done a lot of cats. I've done, you know, spiders. I've done ghosts. I was thinking maybe to do a ghost with some resin or something, and maybe even with some flat wire or something to do a kind of a like a ghosty type of thing. But you might want to might want to make the ghost a little funner. And then the witch's hat I've already done before, but you can also, you know, do a witch's hat in the same way that the shoe is done. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, that was a big one. Your internet connection is, oh, it's not too good. Is there a storm over there? Let me know if you've got a storm going there. So the hat, you can just do the hat any which way you want. Maybe make it more pointed. I think the one I did was more beaded, but you can definitely, and then bring that one, maybe it should be wider. You could bring it around there. And then you can do, I think I did a buckle on my hat before, but maybe we could do something else Halloween-y on it. We're just gonna leave that there for now. And the other thing I've seen a lot of people do, which is really cool, is to get a piece of sea glass, or I think some people make it with kyanite. It's a kind of stone that has texture to it. But you can do it with glass, or this is an old beer bottle. That might be fun to do. I have some more pictures of old beer bottles. Actually, I thought this one was really fun. So you could almost like take this, and I'll just trace it to show you how it would look. So you just do that, like, and then you'd want to wind it across the top, right? To do like the kind of broomy type thing, and you might have to wind it down a little more to hold it in place. But the ideal would be to have grooves. And you can make grooves in glass, but you do need a grinder with water, because if you try to grind that without water, it'll crack. But if you have a stained glass maker's glass grinder, you can definitely do that. Or if you have a kind of a Dremel or something, but you have to submerge it in water so it won't crack. That's the key to that. So I do have a tutorial about using a glass grinder. So I'll link that up. I'll just put that here, glass grinder and Dremel. I'll link that up in the description, because you do have to use water to so it won't crack. So then for this, you can just bead it. You can put beads on there, or maybe you can put coils, like coiling on it. And actually, I have a video coming out for earrings made with a coil. Of course, I can't find them to show you, but this, if you with the coiling gizmo, so you could do that, or you can use rubber tubing, which I have here. So I have the rubber tubing, and kyanite brooms are so cool. Yeah, I've seen them a lot around. They're really, really cool. I don't know who started that idea, but obviously it's taken off because a lot of people make them now. And so here is the plastic tubing, which would work as well for the broom handles. So that's an idea. We can play with that as well. And then other than that, the other thing I thought for the broom, you could just do a tassel, right? So we can just do regular tassel, either with, if you did it with a skinny wire, you wouldn't have to cut it at the bottom. So you can either do with embroidery floss, or you can do it with just like really thin wires. So for example, here's some 26 gauge wire. You could even use 28. So let's see, this is for fun. Let's start with this. We'll get some of the 26 gauge wire. Okay. And how much do we need? Let's see. I always try to get too much than not enough. So if I get 18 inches, which is probably too much, we're gonna try it. So let's try for 18 inches here. And I'll write it down. This is 26 gauge times 18 inches. And then we wanna wind it around something. So I actually, I had something downstairs that I wound it around for the broom earrings. You'll see that there's a tutorial coming out for those broom earrings. But if you don't have that, you can even maybe wind it around something like this and compress it. We can try that. Is that gonna be, I want them small, but not that small. Maybe a bigger one, maybe on the, this one. Okay, I'm gonna start more down here. So if we do this, we're gonna do 3, 4, 5, 6. I should have cut it longer, maybe 7 and 8. Maybe just 8, because I'm gonna run out of wire otherwise. Okay, let's just see. So if we do this and then pull it off, okay, and then bring this one around here. This is similar to how I did the tutorial, so you'll see it better maybe. So we're gonna bring this around through, and we're gonna bring that one around through. It's probably not gonna be big enough now. And then up, and then we're going to bring this, like just squeeze it. See what happens if we just squeeze it down, because it is quite thin. I mean, that's not too bad. I guess you could even get your flat nose pliers and squeeze it a little bit more. Okay. Or you can get your nylon jaw pliers so it doesn't scratch too much. But this isn't too bad. Actually, this is exactly like the tutorial, so I don't hardly need to do this again. But this is the idea. So you have it like that, kind of just squeezed it. And then from there, we can go ahead and tie this one around again. Okay, like that. And just keep bringing it around. And then here, we can, what did I do? I put a coil on it for my other one, but maybe we have less. What if we just, it'd be fun to just twist it. So if we brought this up and up like that, and then we can just twist it. So maybe if you had a thicker wire, the twist would be better. Okay, that's an idea. See, we can twist it up. It looks kind of funky. Or maybe we should get a thicker wire and do the twist. Maybe that would be better, because this is quite a skinny wire. It's going to be really, really fragile. So what we can do is just take this one and clip it. Okay, let's go ahead and clip this one. Where are the cutters? Okay, and let me know what you guys are doing for Halloween. If you decorate, Peggy, you must decorate outside your house now. You know, I'm sure you have some really cool decorations. So this one, I didn't need to turn it around here after all. So let's pull this one out. Okay, because we didn't need to attach it at the top. I'm going to attach another wire. And then this is inside almost. Let's see. Let's just push this out. Okay, let's push this one out. And get out there, you. There we go. We're going to take that one out. And we can just continue. We can just continue right here. Let's make sure these wires are going to stay together up here. So you know what I'm going to do before I wrap this one? I'm going to go ahead and put another wire in here. But let's get another color. So either 22 or 20 gauge. We can do brown maybe. Yeah, let's try this one. This is 22 gauge. So let's get a piece of 22 gauge. You could use 20, but it might be a little bit big. And let's get about 8 inches. Okay, we haven't decorated yet. Oh no, that's an issue to have. She has a fear of faces and creepy crawly. You know what? Halloween is not for everybody, 100%. I understand that. One year it was really funny. Maybe she'd like this. One year we did a decoration. It was a ginormous teeth made out of styrofoam. They were 5 feet high. And we drew sad faces on them. And candy. We had like ginormous fake candy. And so it was like the teeth are afraid of the candy. And I think we also did put up a giant toothbrush as well. So that was hilarious and not scary at all. It's just funny and actually a good lesson too. So maybe you could do something like that. That's a little bit on the comical side. You can do your own take on Halloween. You don't have to do it all gory like. So 8 inches time, that way 2 gauge for the handle. That way you can enjoy Halloween and make it your own, you know. She could just use your creative license and ask her how she would like to decorate for Halloween. Maybe she'll have some brilliant ideas as well. So now what I'm trying to do is just I want to twist this, but it's not behaving, so I'm going to push it in a little bit. We're going to push that one in a little bit, get this, and yeah, it's even 22 is a little tricky, so I would not use 20 for this because it's going to be super tricky, but try to get it as tight as you can. Using the nylon jaw pliers is going to help pinch it in, and now you can do your twist, okay? But obviously 20 gauge is going to be really hard for this, so let's just stick with 22. Sorry. Okay, and that's cute. It makes a fun little handle for the broom. You can make it longer if you want. It's really up to you. Okay, and hopefully we can get it to stay in place. So now we're going to clip one end here, there, and we are going to take this end and bring it around, and we are going to bring that one around. Okay, so now we have, I mean, in fact, if you want it thicker, you could bring the wire back down again if you wanted to. But see, this is how it looks like this. Let's see, we might do that. Let's take a picture. Let me, don't even have to be carved. Wow, just doesn't like pumpkins. I don't blame her, they're kind of stinky. There we go. Okay, pumpkin pie is good though. Does she like pumpkin pie? I love pumpkin pie. We've already bought one this year. I'm so glad she got over her pumpkin. Okay, so she's not afraid of pumpkins anymore. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of things that are triggering, and for whatever reason, we don't always know why. But it's good to be aware of it. So now we are going to take this, and I'm going to try, now my wire is probably a little bit too short, but that's okay. I'm just going to bring one. What we could have done is made one of those wires longer when we did the twist. But see, if you bring it down, it gives it a little more texture and a little more solidity. So I'm just bringing it a little bit more around the top of the broom. Maybe I could just kind of wrap it around the top of the broom to give it a little bit more of a finish. See, that's cool. I like that. Maybe now I would have even wanted more wire, but at this point, I don't know if I can. This end's going to be really hard to bend now because it's, when the ends are short, it's really hard to bend. So that's why sometimes it's better to cut your wires too long. That's funky, dude. Look at that. Very, very scraggly. Okay. And then this bit, maybe we can move that bit up a bit and let's just wrap this all the way around just to cover that little hole at the top. And we can just bring that one all the way around to cover that gap. It's interesting. I mean, it's not the best broom in the world. No, doesn't like pie or pudding or jello. How interesting. Wow, she has definite likes and dislikes, eh? I love pudding. I love the texture of it. I was actually eating yogurt every night before bed, and then I started getting a little bit of indigestion eating right before bed. So now I eat my dinner at like 6-ish, and then I don't eat anything until the morning, and I do get kind of hungry, but I think I'm gonna get used to it. It just was, I found this food was just sitting in my stomach and making my stomach upset. So I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna stop eating at a certain time, and then I have to stop drinking water at a certain time too. Otherwise I have to get up all night and go to the bathroom, which I do not like doing. So here's a weird little broom. I'm not 100% sure about it, but it's interesting. You guys can do your own thing with this broom. I'm not quite sure. Looks a little funny. Looks a little like a toilet brush, but hey, there we go. Sensory processing disorder. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, it's hard to predict what people can be triggered by, that's for sure. So now let's go ahead and see what else I feel like doing. So you could also do that as a tassel if you want to just get a regular tassel. That would be cool. I don't know if I have any kind of tassel-like material or not, but yeah, that's really cool. So you can work on that idea for a broom. And also, like I said, the ghost would be interesting to do a interesting ghost. So I'm gonna just see if I could find some interesting pictures of ghosts. And you can also do pumpkins. We've done pumpkins before, so we can just, and I think I have some orange, wire, but you can just even do like a really simple pumpkin. You can do it as simple or complex as you want. You can make it more 3D, and it's always good to have like a little kind of stem. You can do this kind of thing. You can, I guess, I don't know, pumpkins have leaves? I'm gonna have to look at pictures of pumpkins. So you could do a pumpkin kind of thing. You can do bats. I've definitely done bats before, done quite a few bats before. So we can just do like a little bats. And like I said, I'm gonna link up all of the tutorials that I have for the Halloween stuff. I've done quite a few on the live streams as well. So there we go. So we could do a little bat. And then it's always a question of how to finish. Like if we start at the top, maybe it'd be better and we can do like that maybe, and then we can maybe dangle something off it. We'd have to figure something out like that. So we'll have to see. So let me try to find a picture, a clip art of a ghost, just to get the shape. So if you Google like ghost clip art or something, you can get just images to have an idea of like different shapes for the ghost. So, and you can, I don't know, they're pretty basic looking, just like that type of thing. You can do, I don't know if you want to do like hands. I think this is a typical ghost, is this type, like this type of thing. Let me just see if I could find any good ghosts. Yeah, it's hard to make ghosts look super interesting. You just have to kind of go with your imagination. Let me just see if I can find some images of ghosts. Yeah, most of them are just plain type of thing. And then you can do kind of like that, just like that type of thing. I mean, I'm just winging it here. But then the idea is to get the eyes and the mouth. So that's why I was thinking maybe with resin, it could be more interesting. And I do have the resin out. I'm just not quite sure the best way to do that. So let's just erase this one. And I do want to make this the witch's shoe. So maybe that's the one I'm going to focus on. But for now, I'm just kind of collecting ideas of how we can do a ghost. We can do that type of thing. It's interesting. Bring it down, and then I wonder if any ghosts have that kind of eye. I'm not sure. Interesting, because it's really hard to get those lines drawn with one piece of wire. But if you had a resin, you can do that. Maybe, okay, let's see what else we can do. And then I have to decide how I want to do the shoes. I think I'm going to do multicolored. And I just want to see the ghost pictures. Remember what was it, Casper the Ghost that had from that show? Let me just look up Casper the Ghost. Casper the Ghost. Oh yeah, he's more cute looking, yeah. And I don't like to draw like things that might be copyrighted, so I wouldn't draw like I was thinking he'd look more generic, but he looks more like cute. So let's just go with this, and I am going to I think I won't do the resin today. I think it's just going to be too complicated. So let's do the witch's shoe. And I always like to start with the, oh, it's Mirta. Hi, Mirta. How are you? I'm missing comments. I'm working on a watercolor jack-o'-lantern. Ooh, very nice. Oh, I can't wait to see. And yeah, that's awesome. And Amber always shares her paintings in the Heather Boyd art group. So if you guys aren't already members of that group and want to join, you don't have to be an artist, but you can be an art appreciator. And that would be awesome. Okay, so we have some 20 gauge wire here. I have the by the dozen 20 gauge wire right there. And then I just have to decide, I guess, are the boots black? Maybe could do the boot in black, and then maybe the sock in a different color. So here's some black. These are all 20 gauge wire. Halloween shoe is amazing. Thank you. So that's the one we're gonna do right now. And oh, this, I do have orange for the pumpkin. So that's cool too. Why don't we do a quick pumpkin first? You can tell I'm delaying making the witch's boot because I like to warm up first. So let's do a little warm up first. I'm just gonna get some round forms to do the shape with. So where's my, here we go. All my round forms, all my fancy tools for making jewelry and stuff. So let's put those over there. And for the pumpkin, we can measure about, I don't know, 12 inches. Let's do that. 12 inches. A pumpkin with a hat would be cute too. That would be fun. We can do, where's my pencil? Here it is. We can do like a pumpkin hat. That'd be cool. With the nose, and then like that with those. That'd be really cute. We could do a pumpkin hat. We could do that another time maybe. So I'm just gonna make a quickie pumpkin and bring this one around. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna work. What happens if you do that and then if you split it, does it look like anything? Yeah, that kind of looks cool. If you just split it around, you get that impression of like, it's not round, plus you can see the line. So let's just bring that around a few times. I'm gonna pull out the by the dozen wires and remove that. These are the Beadalon artistic wire ones. Black, orange, and green for the shoes. Yeah. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Amber. Okay, so let me just open these. So if I get the green in here for the 20 gauge wire, and let's make the stem and maybe a leaf. So we're just going to take out a piece of this here. Whoop. There. Okay. And how much will we need? Maybe I should have even used 22. This is a little thick. Okay, I'm gonna just not use this right now. And I'm gonna use the by the dozen 22 gauge. So here's 22 gauge, and we're going to cut about, again, we can cut about 12 inches. Okay, so bring that here, and I'm gonna cut it here. And let's write that down. 12-inch times, I think that one was 20 gauge, but this is 12-inch times 22 gauge for the green. Okay, and so now what we can do is take this, we're gonna wrap it around the top of the pumpkin. I haven't quite decided what I'm gonna do with these ends yet. Let's make sure we have the same amount of end on either side. Okay, there. Okay, so let's take this and bring it through a few times. That one. And then again. And again. There we go. And up. So maybe a third time. I just want it to be very, very secure. Okay, so now we have that. Push it in, and then let's get our nylon jaw pliers. These are the Beadlon nylon jaw pliers. And let's just pinch it in, okay? We're gonna pinch it in so it's firmly in place, okay? And then now we can bring this one up, over, and then maybe straight up. Actually, let's bring this one straight up. Okay, we're gonna bring this one straight up on a bit of an angle. Don't use your fingernails if you want to preserve your fingernails. And then we're gonna take this one and wrap it around. Actually, bring that one more to the middle, I think. Yeah, let's kind of center this one in the middle of the twist up. And then we're going to take this around there and around. Okay, so we have that is pretty well attached. And then from here, we can maybe form a kind of a leaf. Let's see what a pumpkin leaf looks like. Okay, pumpkin, I can talk that in. Pumpkin plant leaf. Okay, let's look that up. Here's all the pumpkin plant leaves. Oh yeah, they kind of look like what I thought they would look like. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get our pliers. Boom. Let's move these out of the way. And then let's shape our leaf. So we can bring that one out. Oh, no, I don't want the flat ones. I want the chain nose pliers. So we can go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, so there we have the pumpkin leaf. Okay, and if you want to fill it in a little bit more, we could do that thing, you know, that thing that we do. There we go. We're gonna bring that one in here, and whoops, careful, and down. Okay, so we could go like that, bring it in a couple of times. That's pretty good. Okay, and maybe even up again one more time. We're not going to be able to do much for the fourth time, the third time. I'll just bring it down like that. There, it just gives it a little bit of je ne sais quoi. And then we are going to bring this one around. Okay, and we can do our little tendril on that side. But also, let's do the stem. So we could just bring that one down here and down there. And if you want two tendrils, we can do that. So we can just hold this with the nylon jaw pliers, and we can bring this one, whoops, around to the front and around. And then we can just make some little spirals. So to do that, just take a random piece of spare wire, maybe actually more like a 16 gauge. Ooh, the sun's out. Wow, it's so nice. I'd go for a bike ride, but I think it's a little cold. The leaf looks super cool. Thank you. So now let us make our little tendrils. So we're just going to hold that there and just wind it around. Piece of 16 gauge wire. Okay. Perfect. And there. Okay, so now we go. And we're gonna go around this way. This way. Okay, perfect. And click it. Okay, so now we are getting there. I made the tendrils a little long maybe, but you can also carefully collapse them if you want to. Take this one and just kind of push them in a bit if they're too straight and like too pulled out. This one too. Just collapse them a little bit if they're too much. There we go. Okay, that's super cute. Okay, so we've got that. Now, let's see what happens. We can also use these extra bits to create more impression of a 3D. But look what happens. So let's actually take a picture of this because it's turning out pretty cool. Remember Mean Girls? Gruel. There we go. So, there we go. Okay, so we've got that. And I have to remember to take more pictures. So we go that. We're going to spread them. And spread that. So we were good to start with just, oh, look how cool that looks, guys. That's really cool. Okay, I'm not going to do a face or anything. You could add a face if you want. But what I want to do is I'm going to just curve this one down and then wrap it around. Okay. And I think I'm going to keep it simple and clip it flush. Let me take my glasses off. Okay. There we go. And pinch it in. Give it a good little pinch so it's solid. And then this one comes in from the back. Okay. And you can also bring it in here. And I guess if you want it to like overlap, hang on. You could bring it over to this other side if you want, because otherwise it would go here, which would be fine. Maybe you could even bring it in. Let's bring it to the front. Okay, we're gonna bring it to the front. Bring that one in here. So they're both ultimately going to the front. Maybe we should have had less curve in here. I'm not sure. I mean, do I like that? Maybe. I think so. I think it's good to have that inside. We could have also maybe brought the orange in a little bit at the top, but crisscross or do that? I think I like it crisscross better, but I also maybe like it to the back. Let's just see. Sorry to be so picky. Okay, I'm gonna bring that one in here. Okay, I think that's good. And then what if we bring this one over to this side and through here? And then it holds in place. Okay, I like that. Okay, so there we have our pumpkin. Very easy, super cool. And it looks a bit like a basketball, or that's okay. It's cute. Okay, so now we've had our basketball, our pumpkin, and our broom. So let's go ahead and do the foot. That's enough procrastinating. So let's go ahead and do the shoe. Love it, thank you. So now, the shoe. Okay, let's get some. How much do we need for this shoe? Because we're just gonna do the outline. I think I'm gonna fill it in with other things. So let's just take 12 inches should be more than enough. Might even be less, but let's take 12 inches of the 20 gauge wire. And just when you thought you couldn't make any more Halloween stuff, there's always ideas. Okay, so 20-inch black, 20 gauge. Okay. And where do we start? Probably around here, I guess. And if you want, you can go ahead and trace the template, because that's always fun to be able to do that. And I will draw a better template. This is just a super, this is how I start with my templates, is I do these like super loose sketches, and then we go from there. So we're gonna do this across here, and this one up here. Okay, and I like the way it kind of goes in. That's really indicative of the witch's shoe when it goes inside like that. Okay. Kristen, she's not here, is she? Kristen, my sister, knows of this site. I'll find it and I'll link it up in the description, but it's her friend's, sadly her dearly departed friend who just left this world. She loved these shoes, and I wish I remembered her name. I would dedicate this to her, because she apparently she loved this brand of shoe, and Kristen sent me a picture of the shoe, and they're really cool. You guys might have heard of them. It's a brand name that makes super funky shoes similar to this, and I'd have to look it up to see. In fact, I probably will look it up while we're online, because it's a funky brand name that apparently this lady had quite a collection of her shoes, which is really interesting. And they look kind of like this style, but they're, you know, contemporary shoes, which is interesting. I hope I don't run out of wire. So I'm going to bring this one in here. Okay, we're going to curve it around, and then we need to bend it back at a sharp angle. Now, if you want it really sharp, you just bend it on itself, right? So that's a possibility. We can do that. We can just bring this in here, bend it back on itself, give it a good push with your thumb and finger, and then we'll curve it around again. So for that, we can get the bail making pliers and hold it carefully and bring it around, okay? So that's one way to get that funky do loop, okay? And this one we can, if you don't like it bent on itself, you can also, bing, give it a little bit of a half bend, and it goes back to how it would have been. So we're gonna bring this one in here. Yeah, I'm gonna look up those shoes. Oh, now we have the bright sun. I love sun, but maybe I could just create a little bit of a shadow so we're not in the shadow. Oh, there's my hair. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep a little bit of a shadow here. Otherwise, that bright sun is very, very blinding, and I'm not complaining. So I hope Mother Nature doesn't hear me complaining and do something about it. So there we go. So we've got that. And then now we're going to bring it up here. And we're going to bring this, maybe give it a little bit of a bend. I'm going to use my round pliers, I think. We're going to bring this one here, bend it up. Okay. Up here and curve it out. Oh, I really hope I have enough wire. And then we're going to bend it on a sharp angle here. So let's get our chain nose pliers, bring it down, and then these ones too. Okay, around. Around here. Try to measure it, maybe here. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So there goes the sun. Okay, perfect. So now we have the starting of the shoe, and then figuring out how to bring it back on us. So I think I'm just gonna, just because of how much wire I have left, I'm gonna just go with this, bring this one around, and attach it down here. Okay, so we're going to bring this one here and attach it around here. Kind of looks like a half moon. There. I'm going to bring that one around here, maybe up here. That looks good. So we could clip it, but I prefer to have it a little more solid. So what I'm going to do is just take this, bring it around. Sometimes I help the bend with, looking great, thank you. We help the bend with the round pliers. We're going to bring that one around, and then let me just remove this bit for a bit. And then I'm going to bring it through so we could give it a bit of a tug. Okay, so we're going to bring that here. So we've got it here, and we're just going to give it a little bit of a pinch to push it in. Okay, let's just use our nylon jaw pliers. Give it a good little pinch somehow. And then clip it off. Here comes the sun again. Okay, so now we have that part of the shoe, and then this part we can attach to here, or we can attach it to here. Let's see what we want to do. Oh, we could also attach it underneath, I guess. If we bring it, I guess we could bring it underneath. That might be cool. If we have enough wire. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, so let's bring this one around and hold it securely and get this end and bring it around. Okay. Yay. There we go. Okay. Perfect. So there we go. We have the startings of the shoe. Okay, let's take a picture like that so we have it. I'm going to take a sip of water. Let's get the camera. Okay, and take a picture. Maybe we'll take it off of here. And I'm going to take a picture of that so we have it. Okay, now, where did I put it? There we go. Okay, so I do want to do the leg. I do want to do a buckle. I want to somehow attach all this together. So let's get some other colors. I'm hoping the 22 won't be too thick. I might use, what did we say, red and green for the sock? Could do that. And maybe I'll use a thinner 24 gauge to attach those, because otherwise I'm thinking the 22 might be a little bit stiff. So here's the 24 gauge by the dozen. Let's open them up. Oh, this is a nice color. Purple, I like that. It's a little dark though. I don't know if it's going to show up. Is there purple in the other color? There's also purple in the 22 gauge, which could be cool. And then the buckle, when I did the buckle before, I did it with flat wire. So this one, I think I'm going to, that would be cool with like a little a woven thing on there or something. But maybe I should go with a brighter color so it'll contrast a bit. Yeah, let's use this one. It looks like a fuchsia or something. So I'm going to go ahead and cut, to be sure, maybe 15 inches of the 24 gauge wire for that. Red and green with Christmassy. That's what I'm thinking. Purple and orange. Ooh, I like that. Okay, so let's maybe scrap the green. Okay, purple and orange. I like that. Okay, so what did I say? 15 inches times 24 gauge. Okay, so that part is fuchsia. 15-inch times 24 gauge. Okay, perfect. And let's go ahead and attach it. Let's start at the bottom. So we want to attach these together, or we can start in the middle, which might be an idea. I'm going to bring this one around here. Oh, my hands are almost off screen. So let's move back a bit. Okay. Maybe I can push the camera back. Let's see. Is that better? Okay, so now I have to sit in the shadow. That's what I have to do. So I'm going to bring this, and before I move it down here, I'm going to start forming some little laces. But what I'm thinking is trying to do a little, almost like a weave or something, where you bring it in. Maybe I have to bring it underneath though. Okay, let's try bringing it underneath. Okay. Underneath. And then we want to bring it around like that. And then up. Maybe this wire is too long. We also should do Amber's trick where you push it up through with your fingers. So if we bring this here, but also like, what if we want to hold that shape without it moving? Maybe we should take our bail making pliers. Let's remove some of this stuff that's just a distraction. Okay, if I move that stuff off, we should be okay. Over here, this 20 gauge I'm going to put away. Trying to be organized. Okay, so now what if we just stuck the end of the bail making pliers in there? That might be a little big. Let's try the round nose pliers just to hold it in place, or maybe that way. I have to figure out the best way to do it. Or a piece of wire or something. What if I just hold it like this? No, it's just going to be a pain. Okay, let's just wrap it and hope it doesn't get distorted. Okay, get in here. And let's make sure we're staying on camera. Yeah, so there, it makes a little, like, almost makes like a little loop, like a little lace loop. So we're gonna bring this one in. So we go to full turn, and then we're gonna bring it in again. Okay, in you go. Zoop. In you go. And then let's do another loop. See, we're just gonna do like these kind of loopy things. I think it's cool. And we're gonna bring this one up. And then through again. And trying to hold that loop the best you can. In the worst case, I don't know, you can stick maybe a wire in there, like a piece of the, what did I use, this 16 gauge wire to make the coil with, but it's so far it's working pretty good. And if they're not all the same size, it's no big deal. So what I want to do now is let's start pushing it down. Okay, this end I think I'm just going to clip. Let's just clip this end. There we go. And let me know if anybody is watching from Canada and if you celebrated Thanksgiving, because we had Thanksgiving in Canada last, Monday, 2 days ago. Okay, there we go. So this is pretty cool. I just pushed it down and around, but now we're going to bring it up again. Yeah, we had pumpkin pie. We had turkey dinner, but I bought frozen dinners because I don't like cooking. Cooking is not my thing. There we go. So we have that. We're going to bring that one around. Yeah, my sister had my niece had a turkey dinner, but they're in Arnprior, which is 3 hours away from us. So we did not partake in that, but we kept it simple. There are restaurants that have turkey dinners and stuff, but they're very expensive, and they're not necessarily the best. And sometimes they're even sold out. Last year we tried to get turkey dinner for Christmas at a restaurant, and I'd reserved and everything, and we got there and there was no more turkey left. So that was not nice. So there we go. So we're going to bring this one in here. And around here, my mom used to cook turkey dinners at the cottage back in the day, but it's been many, many years since that. But they live in an assisted living, and they had a turkey dinner in their residence. So that was fun. Yeah, they moved to an assisted living a few months ago, and they love it. They got everything they need. It's like eating in a restaurant every night. There we go. Okay, so how are we doing? Okay, so we're going to bring these ones around. I've made the little loops. We're just going to put them on top there, and we're going to push them around so they sit nicely as far over as we can get them. We won't be able to get them over that far, but let's do a couple more, maybe 2 more. So we have, oh, we have to go that one underneath. Okay, I cut my wire too long now. So 15 inches was too much. You could probably get away with 10 inches. We're gonna see. Yeah, I think 15 is too much because we're definitely gonna run out of wire. So let's just do one more loop, and I think we're good for that. Okay. Yeah, I think we could do one more. Perfect. Yum and fun. Ooh, Corey. 13 family members celebrated at the cottage. Oh, wow, that's so nice. Oh, I'm living vicarious through you because we used to do that. We used to do that, and then now my parents can't really go to the cottage anymore, which is a little bit sad. They my sister can bring them for a day or a couple hours or something. But that's wonderful. Oh, yes, definitely living vicariously through you on that one. Okay, I can smell the turkey. So let's bring this one up and around. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's way too much wire. I think just one, we're just going to finish it with one little turn. Okay, so let's clip this. We've done the boot and the laces. And let's measure how much wire we have left. So what did I said I cut 15, and there's 9 left, so that's 6 inches. You know what, I'm just gonna, so 6 inches doesn't seem like much. So let's just say 8 inches to be sure, because I would hate for you not to have enough wire. Okay, let me have a sip of water, and it's looking really good. It's super cute, and you can adjust these so they're well spaced. I mean, already just like that, it looks good, but let's do more. Okay, so let's do more with that. Let's do the buckle. And the buckle, remember I did it with, I think, flat wire before. But I don't have my flat wire handy. And I think what I would do is, if anything, I maybe would make a square here. You can make maybe like a square thing like that and flatten it. I think that's what I did before. I think I just did like a square, like that type of thing, and then I flatten it with the wire, with the what do you call it? Maybe we could try something else. I flattened it with the rolling mill. Let's go ahead and try something else. There's the sun again. Boop. So we're going to take this, bend it like that. Okay. And then we're going to form the buckle. I don't know how big it has to be. We're going to just take this, bring it out. Whoopsies. Bend that, and then we can bend it down. and then bend it across. Okay. And let's start bending this so we can hold it and bend it across. And going around. So it kind of looks a little bit like flat wire, but it's just with the round wire. And then we're going to bring this one, it's a pretty good size, like there. Okay. And then we can do the same thing. We're going to bring it around. You know what? I'm going to take a picture of this too, because I think this would be useful as a detail, just to take a picture of that. Oh, this thing doesn't want to focus. Okay, so there we go. So we have that, and we are going to take this one around, and how are we going to attach it? That's the question. Maybe what we could do is, we're going to bring this one around here to match that, and bring this one up. Okay, up, and here. That's looking good. So that's going to go here. I wouldn't say that's ideal, but it's not too bad. So what if we bring that one across underneath? Because we're going to have to attach it in a couple of places. And then this one, we can bring it up here again. Okay, so we have what looks like kind of looks like the letter B, but it looks like a buckle. And if we stick it, oh, that might have been good to actually like put the black through there, but it's too late now. Oh, no, it's not. Hang on. Look, this is open, so we can maybe do that. Let's see. This is an extra wire. So why don't we go ahead and take this and we do it this way? Let's just see. Just gonna see what we could do, because if we put the black around this, can we do that? Let's lift this, and no, but we want this on top, and put this underneath. That might work. Okay, but then what are we gonna do with all these ends? Maybe we could just clip those ends. Let me just see what I want to do. Okay, so if we put this in here, and yeah, let me just try to clip one of these ends and see how it looks. Okay, so I'm going to bring this one back down. I'll bring it here and clip it. Phone call. Ah, no problem, Mirta. You guys can come and go as you like, eh? Because some of this is a little bit long, trying to figure out the designs. So what if we just went ahead and did that, and then we clipped it? I'm a little worried about clipping both ends, but if we did this here, and that went here, to think in terms of, is it going to stay stable? It's probably going to flip. That's the problem. So maybe I won't cut that end just yet. And we would want this to go in. I forget how I did my hat, because I did the hat with the buckle too. And okay, I'm just going to clip this end. You could hammer it a little bit too to get it to hold a little better. Oops, just went across the room. So yeah, you can hammer that. And then this one, if you do want to kind of give it a little bit of a bend, so it will cup the boot thing. Let's try to stick that on. We could stick it over here, or maybe other way around. And let's go ahead. It looks a little funky. Not in a good way, but we're gonna try this. So we're gonna try this and bend it in. Give it a good little pinch. I don't think it's pinched. Okay, get that right in there. See, it does flip, so that's an issue. I'm gonna get my more grippy pliers to bring that in. Okay, and that one, maybe just bring that one down a little bit. Okay, so there's, yeah, see, it's not working that well because it kind of flips around again a bit, and I'm not even sure if that's how I want it to work. So let's remove that because I'm not 100% sure how I'm gonna make that work. Let's get some 22 gauge wire, if we have any gold. Thought I had some gold 22 gauge. Let me just check. Oh, yeah, I do. Here. So let's try this. Oh, bright sun. Okay, let's get on top of the sun and get some 22 gauge wire just to see what we can do. This looks really thin. This might be 24. Huh. It's hard to tell sometimes. Once it's out of the pack, it's a little bit hard to tell. This seems really thin to me. There's 20. I try to stay organized with my wires, but I can't tell if this is 22 or 20. We can also do a silver buckle. So, because this one I'm not 100% sure. I do have 22 gauge silver. So let's get some of that and see how that's gonna work. So I'm gonna go ahead and take about, I think 10 inches should be fine. Probably more than enough. Okay, let me get a pencil. And we're gonna try 22 gauge silver times 10 inches, which is probably way too much. Okay, so let's try this in a way where we start by attaching it on the boot, because otherwise it's just flipping all over the place. So I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, I'm glad this is 22 gauge because the 20 would be way too stiff. So we're going to bring that one around, and I'm going to bring it around a few times. Okay. We're going to bring it around 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And if any of these designs, you know, you find really interesting, I could do an actual tutorial for them. I mostly use the live streams as a way just to figure out designs, but if there are any that you really like, I could definitely, you know, do a tutorial that shows you, because I know my video live stream quality isn't the best. I'm doing what I can with the technology I have, but I don't mind to try to make an actual tutorial. So let's go ahead and do this one more time. And we're going to try to make the buckle. I don't know how we are for time. I think we're getting a little, yeah, we're getting a little late. I started late too. So Amber, if you have to go, no problem. I know you have your animals to take care of. So we're going to start with this, and we're going to try to form some kind of buckle. So let's go ahead and take this down and maybe down here and up. Might not be square, but I'm gonna just work my way around and see this, if this is gonna work. Okay, yeah, it is twisting, but I think we'll be able to deal with that after. Okay, so we're going around and around. This one has to bring down a little more. There. There. And there. How many do we have? Oh, that's kind of looking cool. Yeah, I do like that better. Okay, so what the other thing we're going to do is maybe go ahead and clip this underneath one. I think, yeah, so this wire is definitely going to be too long, but that's okay. So better too long than too short. So this one we can go ahead and cut it. It's on the underneath. So we've already taken off 4 inches and we started, well, let's say 3. We started with 10, so that's 7 inches that we have. And then this one, we can keep making it a little bit bigger maybe. So let's say to cut this 7 inches maybe. No, 8 inches, I think. Yeah, you're gonna need at least 8 inches. Okay, so now this is pretty funky. And then we're gonna bring it through. And I think if we attach it here now, it'll still flip. Oops, famous last words. So what you're going to have to do is what else am I putting on here? Let me just see. Okay, I'm just gonna tie it around. Let's help it with the round pliers though, because it is starting to flip. I can still watch. Oh, nice, from the car. Nice. That's fun. Cool. Yeah, I don't have Wi-Fi when I'm in the car because I don't have a phone. I have well, it's called a phone, but I actually use it as an iPod, because I don't use it as a phone. I have a landline, so there we go. Which I unplug most of the time anyways. Because I do not like talking on the phone. So we're gonna do this. And then we're going to take this and pinch it in. Okay, so that's good. It still flips a little bit, but I'm not gonna worry too much about it because it's very cute. I can maybe figure that out after. So we have the buckle. I could have done it gold. Gold might have been better, but that's okay. Okay, so we have the buckle, we have the boot, and now we need to do the sock. And what do we say? Purple and orange? We have the purple and orange. So maybe I will do the outside orange. And again, how much wire? Let's try 10 inches. So 10 inches of orange, 10 inch times 22 gauge orange. This one was a bit of a fail, but that was gold 20 gauge, I think. And how are we going to attach this? So if we have this up here, and then we may want to make a loop or something, or you can just hang it up there. It's probably fine. So let's go ahead and somewhat measure this. Okay. Here, and then this side. Oh, I really wish I could bike today. It looks such a nice day, but I think it's too cold, which is unfortunate. Okay. I'm just gonna check something. Wow, it's really sunny. There. Okay, so now, let's see. Maybe bring that in a little, well, that's good. I don't want it too skinny either. Okay, so let's see if we attach this to here. Well, maybe I should have done it a little wider. Doesn't really matter. And you can make it a little curved if you want, or you can just keep it straight. So from here, we want this to look like it's in the boot, and maybe twist it towards the inside. Okay, so I'm gonna hold this here. You guys still see what I'm doing? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna take this here, and I'm going to bend it in, and maybe try to bend this one at around the same place. Okay. Okay. Put that one in. We might have to bring that. Okay, so let's just do this one first. So we're going to bring this one. Oh, wrong way around. Boop, boop. Boops. Okay. There we go. Okay. So now we're going to take this and wind it through. Okay. I'm going to bring that here. Okay. And then this side. Yeah, we can maybe just curve that over a little bit more. And bring it through. And up. Okay, so now we have that done so far, and bring that in a bit. And bring that one up. Now, what we have to figure out is how we're going to do these stripes. So maybe I'll just bring this one up here. It's pretty good. And stripes are going across. So if we, maybe bring this one up here. And how much of a stripe do I want? I just have to think of how I want to do this, because we could bend this one across and then bend this one up a little bit more and across. Could do something like that. So we've got that there and that there. I feel like those lines should be a little thicker, because I'm going to just try it. I could always I could always change this up. So if we do this one there, and then this one up, and there, oops, a little more maybe, and then across, and then this one up, and then this one across. They're kind of weird, like kind of geometrical things. It's kind of interesting. I mean, they're not super straight, but it might be interesting. And then let's get some purple. And, well, here's the end. So we're gonna get some purple. I'll get 10 inches again. And cute buckle, thank you. So now, ooh, I'm really getting warm here. I'm right in the sun. Okay, so what if, oh, you know what would be really cute is if you beaded that. You could definitely put beads across. That'd be really cute. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is maybe start here. I also might change this, but for now, I'm gonna start around in the middle. I'm gonna bring this one around. And bring this one around here. And bring this one. We've got that there. Okay, let's bring this one above a little bit and then try to capture all those wires and bring it around. Let's see if this is gonna work. And then we can just bring it around and then just bring it down here and then across. I mean, it looks a little strange, but you could do this any way you like, I guess. You want to bring it here and then down. I think if you did it with beads, it'd be really cute too. And if we want more color, I can add another color if I feel like there's not enough color in it, or if it's not filled in enough. So we're going to bring that one and then bring this one here. And across. And then we're going to just wind it through. And then we're going to clip that end, I think. Okay, so let's clip that end. Okay, so we have, yeah, that's kind of funky. I mean, can always be better, right? So we're going to bring this one up and then across. Like bring it down across. And then bring this one across. Okay, so now we've got the orange lines. Sounds like the metro system here. We've got the green line, the orange line, the yellow line, and the blue line. So now we have the orange line. That's the one that, where's the orange line? The orange line is the main one downtown. Okay, so we're going to bring this one around. Okay, and keep working our way up. We'll deal with that end after the orange one. And around, and then across. Yeah, so we're just winging it with these stripes. Okay, this one. And I think we can just like finish this end off if we want. Let's just bring that in. Because we're out of wire now of the orange one. So let's just bring it and give it a pinch and then cut it. And then we're going to bring this one across and through here, and we'll see if we need another color. Okay, around. Oopsies. And then up and around. I might want to do more detail in the boot too. I think we're good. Okay, we're gonna bring that one around here. Okay, so we're just gonna clip that. And don't worry about the stripes being perfect, okay? And then this one we can also just finish so we don't have any rough ends. Okay, oh, and there's goes the sun. Okay, so there. Perfect. Okay, so there we have the boot. Bring these lines down a bit. I guess we could do it. We could have done another stripe at the bottom. Maybe I'm just going to bring this one down a bit. Okay, so there, and it's kind of cute when they're not straight. They're kind of crooked. So that's fun. And you could definitely add, I guess we could add green because it's not green and red now. It's green and orange and purple. So let's see what it looks like if we add green. Okay, so I'm gonna just cut another piece. What are we going with, 10 inches or something? Okay, let's cut a piece of the green in 10 inches. I'm gonna have a little sip of water. And you're gonna be able to see this better in the when I post the pictures in the community section. But I mean, the green just might give it a little pop of color. So let's try to add some green. If you prefer, you can add like a different color. But green is definitely one of those Halloween colors too. Okay, so we're going to bring that one across. Okay, I'm going to bring that across. So the green goes below the purple one. Okay, around here. And below the purple. Okay. Let's try to do this fast. So it goes around below the purple. And hopefully we don't run out of wire. Okay, below the purple. And down here. And I'm going to bring it around again. And then we're just going to kind of, maybe I'll just duck it down like that under the purple. So that's cool. Yeah, I do like that. Okay. So we're going to do that. Bring the end around. And pull the end. Okay. Actually, I'm going to put it in between the colors. I think it's going to separate them better. Okay, so there we go. Perfect. I remember you said it was October. Yeah, October, we had it on Monday, and the date always changes. It's one of the Mondays in October, and I don't know how it varies, but sometimes it varies from year to year. Maybe Corey has a better idea about the logistics of it, but it's definitely at the beginning of October. Sometimes it's seems to be the first weekend, sometimes it's the second weekend, so I'm not quite sure why. I think, how does it work in the States? It's usually a Thursday, I think, in the States. And then they have Black Friday. So I don't know how they determine which Thursday. Maybe it's like the third Thursday. Okay, so here it's looking really good, guys. I do like the striped sock. It's a little bit chargé, but it's cool. Now, if you want to add some detail, let's just go ahead and get some black, I don't know, 20, that's not going to be long enough. Maybe 20, what color is that? Either blue, I think. Is that blue or black? Oh my God, it's so bright I can't see anything. I think this is black. Yeah, let's use that. So this is 24 gauge black wire. Whoa, look at how bright that is. Last Thursday, November. Cool. Ah, thanks, Amber. That was like that was a bit of a battle. But yeah, so you could do 2 or 3 colors. And now let's just add a little bit of detail to the boot with the black, and then we'll be good. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and cut. Let's cut a good length, maybe 18 inches of 24 gauge wire. I am sweating buckets. I have to take my sweater off. Okay, okay. Whew. Okay, 24 gauge black. And second Monday in October. Cool. I didn't know that. So now we are going to just add black. This is probably too long now, but so I think just to add a little bit of detail here, we can take the black wire and bring it around. And we're gonna go around and just make some lines here, just to give it a little bit of detail, but you don't need too much. Okay. In fact, I'm not even going to twist that one. I'm just going to bring it out. And then that one. Bring it in and then out. See, I'm just kind of spreading it out there like that. And then in I'll go all the way around. We'll see how much wire I have. And then in, and then out. Okay, around, and then in, and then out. Okay, and then, whoops, having that problem with my pliers again, deciding what's what. So in, and then out. And then maybe I'll just finish this one up. Okay. Okay, I think that's good enough. Okay. Okay, so now this, we're going to continue to do a little bit of detail here. And you can add as much or as little detail as you like. So I'm just going to really bring this in here and around and around here. Okay. Perfect. And then maybe one more around. That's cool. Okay, so from there, we'll just bring it around, bring it, under those laces and around here. Cool. Okay, so now I'm going to clip that. And then that's done. So then we can put some detail in there if we like. Do as much or as little detail as you want. Maybe I'll just use up the rest of this wire. And we're just going to do a little bit, just kind of weave it around a bit. And not worry too much about how perfect it is. So we're going to bring that one around here. And around here. And around here. And I wouldn't say this is proper weaving, but it's just kind of making a few little fun stripes. And then that one. Just using up the wire. Okay. Okay, and then we're just going to trim that. And we have a little bit more wire we can use up here. So let's go ahead. Not too much, just a little bit around here. Now, if you do have it already all the way up there, you can either finish it like that, or you can even add a little bit more. If you want to just like make it fancy, like you can even use the leftover wire to make a little bit of, so it just fills in the space a little bit. So you can just go ahead and do that if you want. You don't have to. Okay, perfect. So let's trim that. And that looks kind of cool. And then if you do want to put a little bit more under there, you could always grab another little piece. Oh man, I am really, really warm in this sun. So we can add a little bit more. No, that's the wrong wire. Is that the right wire? This looks, no, where did I put this? Black. This is the black, sorry, that was 22. I'm really getting mixed up with my gauges. So this is cut a little piece and see what we can do here. So if you do want to make more kind of lines, you can do that. Okay, so we can, and then that'll actually help it from not twisting. So why don't we go ahead and just wind a little piece around here. We can wind this one around. And around here. Okay. Okay, almost done, guys. We'll just get a little bit more in here, and then that should prevent this buckle from flipping a little bit. So I'm going to do this around, almost done. I'm trying to tighten that up a bit. And around, whoops. Yeah, this is a very detailed one. So you can go as detailed as you like. I went a little bit nuts with filling it in, but you can do it how you like. Okay, so I'm going to do one more round, like to here. Maybe I would do less. Okay, so if you need to unroll, like unwind the wire bit, just take your round pliers and unroll it. And then that way you'll have more space there. Okay, and then we're going to bring this around one more time. Just smooth it by hand, or you can use a round form. There we go. And then we're just going to bring this through here and around here. There, I think that's good. Good. Okay, guys, that's it. Definitely it. So, the black thinner line. Yes, exactly. It gives it a little more depth, a little more interest. I love the whimsical line. So guys, here's what we did today. We did the witch's boot, and we did the pumpkin. Let me know which ones you like the best. And where did we put the broom? There we did. We did the broom. So I'm going to put a better picture of them in the community section. I am going to flip the screen now, so I probably won't be able to see your comments, but I super appreciate everybody hopping on. Woof, it's so hot now with that sun. My hair's almost dry too. So guys, thanks so much for watching the live stream. Thank you everybody for all your great comments and feedback in the chat. Thank you, Amber, so much for always hopping on to moderate the chat and to answer everybody's questions and to be such a great cheerleader. And be sure, guys, to watch Live Wires for the Win. Episode 1 is out now, and on Monday you'll be able to vote for your favorite creations. And congratulations to everybody who's participating in Live Wires for the Win. And we will see you guys the next time, and have a great rest of the week. Okay, bye.